okay, but all you need in the soil is more drainage, so you can just add pebbles. You know, you can add a layer of pebbles. You can just mix in pebbles. And those, you know, they'll never degrade, they'll never disintegrate. They're never going to break down. They're going to stay in there forever. So can you see, like, the two mindsets about how one mindset is simply like, hey, let's just solve the problem. Add what this situation needs to be perfect. And the other mindset that comes along, it is not at all reinventing the wheel, because we're still just growing tomatoes out of this soil, right? So we're not reinventing the wheel, because that's the wheel, is successfully growing tomatoes. So we're not reinventing the wheel at all. We're just doing this whole other process, which entails separating, identifying, and then condemning. Okay, so what's wrong with just adding pebbles for drainage? Because, like, well, somebody's saying, well, what if you run out of straw and shit? Well, you can add pebbles. Okay? That's drainage, too. All you do is break it up, okay? The roots need to breathe. Otherwise, too high clay contents just go suffocate your roots, okay? So I get now that we know that the problem is clay, okay? But can you see how, through all of the ages and sands of time, we knew that the problem was, like, add pebbles to let the roots breathe. But then, when in this not reinventing the wheel, now we decide to, you know, separate and identify and, like, quantify and then condemn. So, you know, it's just two very different mindsets with the same goal of growing tomatoes. Okay, that's our proverbial metaphorical wheel, and we haven't reinvented anything about growing tomatoes. We just decided that we wanted to come up with our own answer about why this soil is imperfect and it's too high of clay content, which is what we knew, it's what we knew, okay? Because we knew that it was too compact, so it's not like we didn't know the same thing, but instead we're defining it differently, and we're condemning the clay specifically, and then we're calling it science and an improvement, and it's like, you haven't improved anything. Like, the wheel is still growing tomatoes, but all you did was condemn clay.